Hey twin! Everyone seems to think that the key word right now is balance. You know, you gotta make sure you eat right, you gotta make sure you don't spend too much money, but gotta make sure that you don't eat out enough, but you should also go out with your friends. You gotta make sure that you don't travel because it's spending money on things that you don't actually need and it's like a waste of money. But you gotta make sure that you're traveling because these are your golden years and you have to start traveling now, but I thought your golden years were when you turn 50. And you have to make sure you have your master's degree, you gotta make sure you do your internship, you gotta make sure that you got your life plan set up for life. Because it's called your life plan. But who has time for that? Balance is for those nerds who have their life figured out and they have money so they can afford to put avocado on every piece of white bread that they eat and spend money on $40 memberships to the gym to get jacked. Because who has the kind of money to go to the gym $40 a month? And it's also for those people that have a career and a family and enough disposable income to just go visit the Philippines for the weekend, because why not? It's definitely not for us because our entire life, through the entirety of high school and now even into college, people are asking you, what's your idea of career? What are you gonna do for a job? What are you gonna do for a living? How are you gonna make money? How are you gonna make a lot of money? How are you gonna retire? How are you gonna retire your parents? How are you gonna buy a house? Because have you seen the housing market? How are you gonna stay out of the house? How are you gonna buy a house? Have you seen the house? And we're supposed to say, oh, don't worry, I'm just taking it easy. I'm balancing my life. I've got my college that I gotta do. I gotta balance my family life, my relationships, my personal relationships. I've gotta make sure that I'm getting into university. Gotta work on my internship, my work study. Oh, and don't forget, I have a dog too. No. There's no way that balance is the right word for our age group. You and me, bro, you and me. We're supposed to get our Sigma Alpha Wolf on and start to get that mindset. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my God. Okay, but seriously, why does everyone hate the word grind? I mean, if you look at the dictionary definition, it's grind, an intransitive verb to crush, pulverize, or reduce to powder by friction, especially by rubbing between two hard surfaces. To rub together harshly or gnash. And I think this is the second one that actually matters. To shape, sharpen, or refine with friction. You know, your shape, like me, I'm a stick. Grinding in general isn't the issue, it's grinding on the wrong thing, or it's that Grindset-Mindset. It's the people that are just turning it into like a personality. That's the problem. But grinding to work on the shape of your path, the shape of your life, carving it out and making it passable, making it work for your life, because that's kind of what it's for. That is good. Grinding on one thing, focusing on it for a little bit of time or a long bit of time to make it work for you in the future, that's good. Instead of balancing everything all at once, just focus on one thing or prioritize the things that you're supposed to do. Like, if you prioritize something, don't give up on that. Why would you do that? If health and fitness is your priority, make the time in the day, eat healthy, do the things that you need to do. Focus only on that, or focus mostly on that. If it's your craft, make sure that you find the time to make it non-negotiable so that you have to do it. If we can do anything we put our minds to. I just like to make excuses. In my loneliness video, I talked about how it's important not to focus so much on grinding that you neglect your personal relationships. And while I think that that's true still, and it's really important, I think it's also important that you realize that balance isn't all of what we're supposed to be doing right now. We're actually supposed to be setting ourselves up for the future. The amount of stuff that you can do by yourself is actually amazing, but that also includes taking care of yourself and giving yourself self-love like you would your best friend, and being intentional with your isolation. And when I learned this skill, it did wonders for my social relationships. See, now I have time to talk about it. The moral of the story is we should take more chances now while we're younger instead of trying to look for that balance. If you don't give it your best shot right now, you might regret it in the future when you might not have as many opportunities. Stop trying to chase balance and start going all in. And the sooner you do that, you're gonna find out real soon who really wants to see you win. Bye for now.
Wait, before you click off the video, this playlist is almost coming to an end, so give it a watch if you're interested in watching all the way from the beginning. And although comparison is the thief of joy and feels detrimental sometimes, this video talks about how it actually could benefit you in your friendships and your work lives. As always guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!